Hi and welcome. I'm John and this is Unique Wargaming. Guys, welcome back. For everyone that's new, this is the weekly Wednesday Wargaming questions and answers. It's an off-the-cuff video, guys. What that means is I record and upload. There is no fancy editing skills. You won't see my intro symbol at the beginning. I do have a transition button, so if there's noise outside of my control, I can stop it. Wait for it to pass and carry on. These weekly Wednesdays essentially are Q&A. You guys ask me questions and I answer them. They are primarily GW stuff, of which they are primarily 40k. There is terrain questions from time to time and some general information about myself and what's going on in the workshop. There's also a weekly vote for models or model for me to paint next Monday. So let's start with the big one first of all. The Christmas boxes. They look nice. Well, Christmas boxes and Emperor's Children. Did say a long time ago they were coming, and a lot of other people were saying the same thing as well. But now they've showed the symbol on their little preview, and I think it's coming next year. So that would be very, very nice. I hope they really flesh it out first of all, but I can see it coming out first of all in the same sort of way that the World Eaters have, where there's the main character of Fulgrim, there's a couple of heroes, a couple of units, and then like when the World Eaters come out in this edition, I can see them really fleshing that army out, really fleshing it out. And I think the Emperor's Children will come out with a few units, and then next edition they'll flesh them out the same way the World Eaters are. That's what I think anyway. But exciting times. Right, so the Christmas boxes, my opinions on them. They're all great, okay? They're all great in terms of if you're starting a new army, or if you're thinking about getting the box because it's gonna go to your army. They're great. For me, there's mixed reactions with what I want to get. So to start with the Necrons, it's a great box. It's got the Void Dragon in there, which is a fantastic model. For me, it's not great because I had the Void Dragon. It has 10 Necron Warriors in it. Again, I have 40 already built and painted, another 22 build and paint. So to add 10 more to it, it's not important to me. There's two other units in there. I think they're you got Scarab Swarms that come with the warriors. I think there's Leech Guard in there and Praetorian Guard, which those boxes you can make either one. So you can make 2 units of Leech Guard or 2 units of Praetorian or one of each. Now, if you're starting Necrons or thinking of starting Necrons, it's a good box to get. Because not only do you have a big centerpiece model, and there's a Overlord with Translocation Shroud as well, which is a great model. So if you're thinking of starting Necrons, that's a good box to start with. Couple that with the Combat Patrol box for Necrons, and you've got a nice size force already. Okay? But for me, it's not worth it because I've got the Void Dragon. I don't want any more warriors, unfortunately. The Tau. Now, people have put the Tau box down, but there's 4 battle suits in there. You know, I think one of them can be made as a commander as well, like it's a Cold Star, made as a HQ choice anyway. I'm not too familiar with, the way that their army is, but 4 battle suits is still quite nice, and the discount you'll get is worth it. So if you are thinking of doing the Tau army, that's a good start, as well as their Combat Patrol box. Again, that's a nice size force. Imperial Knights. Well, I was excited when I saw that one. I was like, yes, I'll get that, because I'll turn the main guy, the main Imperial Knight, into one of the character models. Only to discover then that they backtracked themselves a little bit and said, no, the extra sprues to make that is not in there. It's just a basic knight as it was when it came out in 9th edition, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's not the end of the world. Because if you get the Imperial Knight Christmas box, the Imperial Knights are coming out after Christmas. Their 10th edition launch box is coming out. So if you manage to pick up both, you're going to have a nice size force and the Codex. So it could be worth it, but I'm a little bit disappointed that it doesn't have the extra sprues to make all the options that you can make on them. And it'd be great for me because I've got 2 that I've sort of halfway printed. So to have the extra bits and pieces, I could then cobble them onto there to make, finish them off. The Sisters, I thought the Sisters was great. Now, if you have a Sisters army, to you it's just extra models. It's not, you know, nothing like lip smackingly good. But for me, I have some Sisters, and that would be great to add to it. So that's the box I'm looking to try and get, is a sister box. But with that in mind, if I don't get it, I'm not going to be too disappointed, because the Eldari are coming out after Christmas. The Imperial Knights are coming out after Christmas. So, you know, I'm looking at those 2 boxes to get those. But if I can get the Sisters as well, fantastic. But there's some nice models in there as well. And I tell you what, the Sisters models, if you're just looking at Sisters thinking, oh, I might get some of the Sister models are absolutely amazing. Let me just show you this one. This is from a unit I was building last week. I was meant to have finished Friday, and just got so distracted with everything else I wasn't able to. Look at the detail on her. Now, standard is absolutely amazing. Just fantastic. Even the immobilated tank that I've built recently on the channel. If you haven't seen it, guys, you need to check it out. The detail on that. This is absolutely fantastic. So I'm after that box. I'm pleased with that box, and I'm looking to get that box. The Dark Angel box is an amazing box. Okay, it's amazing if you're looking to start Dark Angels, or if you have some Space Marines. Say you've got the 10th edition Leviathan box, and you're thinking of you're painting them as Dark Angels or whatever. Then that's a great box for you to get, because there's a line inside it. Lionel Johnson. Now, for me, it's not worth it, because I have the line already. So for me, that takes a good monetary value off of the box that I can't use. 2 units of Inner Circle Companions. There are 3 to 6 models in the squad, so that's two good units there. I have 3 already, so I could add that to that. But again, because the lines in there, it's not really worth it. And 2 units of Deathwing Knights, which is actually fantastic. But unfortunately for me, like I said, it's not worth it because of the lion. It's a great model anyway. So if you're going to get, if you have Space Marines, you're thinking of adding, you want to add them to it, make them into Dark Angels, then that is a good box for you. If you're thinking about starting it, again, it's a good box. Now for me, I said I was meant to finish those on Friday, but where the old boys left, it's just been going through the house and gutting every room and just deep cleaning everything and fixing anything, and it's been an absolute nightmare. I've just got this to do and that to do today. It's not very much. We should have it finished yet. Start doing next video, 4:30 in the afternoon. And this is my week of holiday, so I want to get in here. I want to be in here doing stuff. I had there's meant to be a couple of lads that are going to bring the turf home for me for winter time. They've had my number since Sunday. No one has contacted me, so I've said, okay, screw that. I'm going to start doing it myself. So I've been, going down, filling up the turf into a bag, putting the bags in the car, and coming back down and just unloading it. I don't have a trailer, so for me, it's easier just put it in bags. Not only when I get to this end, I can just tip the bag, rather than have the trailer and have to empty the trailer and you're there for hours and hours. But that's what's been going on for me away from the camera at the moment. And I got a game with Mark on Friday. I meant to send him a list yesterday actually, but I got a game with him on Friday. Place is a mess still because I've been so busy doing that I haven't had a chance to sort anything out here. But yeah, it's just a lot going on. Right, there's some really good questions here. Why did you go with the purple on the Blightlord Terminators? If you haven't seen Monday's painting video, Blightlord Terminators, go check it out, guys. I'll give myself a pat on the back because they are absolutely amazing. I went with the purple on them because I wanted to have the purple stand up from the green. Okay, I think I did say it in the video, but just in case I didn't, I wanted to break the model up a bit more and make it stand out from the green. But when they're on the table, I wanted them to stand out even more from any other Death Guard models. Okay, so that's why I went with the purple. But I think the purple and the different layers of green with the rust and everything else, I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'll quickly show you this one. You'll see that the purple really stands out in the horns. And I focus on my face instead of the model itself. But yeah, that's why I went with that. Because the other thing is, well, I followed the same recipe as I did Death Guard Plague Marines, and as I did the Malefic Blight Haulers and all that sort of stuff. But I still need to make it look different, but unified at the same time. Do you ever think you'll get through your pile of shame? I will. Now there's a lot of printed stuff for me to do, but in the next month or so, that's going to wind down. I'll take the vat out, put the resin back in the bottle, clean the vat and everything else, and just leave that sitting there until the weather warms up. Because as Mark said to me, and I said this a few weeks ago, when it starts getting too cold, because I print out here, you're going to be able to print, but you might have more misprints because it's not quite temperature. So for me, I just think the safest option is just to stop printing, work through what I have. But my pile of shame is actually dwindled right down because I've been working hard on that. Not this week. Not since like last Thursday. It's been an absolute nightmare trying to get stuff done in the house. But I want to get to a situation where either I'm sent stuff or I buy stuff, and let's just presume it's something to build on camera. I'm then building it that week. So say it arrived in Monday, I'm building it Tuesday, with the aim to have the video finished Tuesday to go up Tuesday, or finished to go up Thursday, because weekly Wednesday. The same if I'm sent stuff and it went up and pre-order this weekend, my aim this whole week would just build on those stuff, edit the videos and set them on timer so that as soon as it goes at pre-order, the first video comes out, next day another video comes out, that kind of way, just to keep myself ahead. But I want to get into a position where I'm literally looking for stuff to build, or I'm looking for stuff to gravel or to paint, that kind of way. There will always be models in the vote to paint, so don't misunderstand me when I say that. But I want to be able to look, okay, all those models are there. I've got these other handfuls to swap in, but I've got these 4 models here that I want to, 4 units or 4 models that I want to paint, that kind of way. Now, when I go full time on the channel, I will be painting the Dark Master, because I'll have the time to do that, rather than trying to squeeze it in and rush through it and everything else, because he needs to be painted in a way that I'm not put myself under pressure. I can actually really just enjoy going to town on him and working on him. So that's one thing that I'm going to do when I go full time. Now you're at 1,000 subs, why don't you live stream the weekly Wednesday? That's a very good question. Now, the only thing with that is, I've got the setup to do it. Okay. I'm not a techno mage, so I still have to fiddle around and try and do that sort of stuff and figure out what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong there and all of that craziness. But also, a lot of my viewers are on different time zones. A lot of my viewers may not be around at that particular time of the day to watch, to watch and to join in. Some of my viewers will watch this video on Saturday or Sunday, okay, where they have time to sit and do that. They'll have their hobby time and they'll be listening to me waffling on. So that's the only thing I'm trying to work out, if I could do it in a way that is filmed like this for people that want to watch it later on, but actually filmed in a way that it's live streamed as well. So if you want to join the live stream, you can. If not, then you can. I need to speak to a few other creators that know if I could do that and what way that would work. So that's all my questions this week. I'm going to bring you down and show you the vote now. Now, the way the vote works... Oh, no, actually, I'm going to go and grab a data card first of all. Right, we're going to look at a Wraith Knight this week, because I played them in the game last week. They didn't do too well because they were pounced on straight away, but it just shows you how fast and how tough a Space Wolf army can be. But they have movement of 10, Wraith Knight. That's what it looks like. There's movement of 10. Toughness 12, so it's quite tough. There's a 2+ armor save. Now these guys come with a scatter shield, I think it is. A scatter shield, which gives them a 4+ invulnerable save, but you can swap that out for guns, is what I did. They have a 18 wounds, leadership of 6+, and OC 10. Objective control 10. Now, I swapped mine out for heavy Wraith Cannons. So they have blast and devastating wounds. So if you're shooting a unit that has 5 or more models, for every 5 models in that unit, you'll get +1 attack. There's a 36-inch range. It's D3 shots each. So you can actually arm them with 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. So it's 2 D3 shots with blast, which can be quite disgusting. It's freeze to hit. Strength 20, so it's wounding pretty much everything on 2s. It's -4 AP, and each one is 2d6 damage. Now bear in mind it's dev wounds. So when you're rolling to wound, if you roll a 6, that's a dev wound. You need 2s to wound most things. Now with that said, you can also re-roll 1 dice to hit and 1 dice to wound because of Eldari. They can have the 2 guns on top, can be scatter lasers, shrunken cannon, or they can have a star cannon. Now, scatter laser 36-inch range, 6 attacks, freeze to hit, strength 5, so it's not that strong. AP 0, and it's 1 damage apiece. The shrunken cannon has sustained hits 1. That means when you're rolling to hit and he rolls with a 6, gives you an additional hit. It's 24-inch range, 3 shots. So you'll have 2 of them on top if you want to, so it'd be 6 shots. Freeze to hit, strength 6, AP -1, and it's 2 damage apiece. So it's okay. The star cannon is the one that I go with. It's a 36-inch range, 2 shots each. So it's 4 shots from that. It's freeze to hit, strength 8. So you're going to wound most things on freeze, 2s and 3s. Space Marine will be wounded on 2s. It's a -3 AP, so it's quite tasty, and each one is 2 damage apiece. Now, if you don't want to take the heavy Wraith Cannon, you can take Sun Cannon, but I think you can only have 1 Sun Cannon and 1 Wraith Cannon, or 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. But Sun Cannon is 48-inch range, 2d6 shots. So it's quite you can pump out quite a lot of shots there. It's freeze to hit, strength 8, -3 AP, and 3 damage apiece. So even against a Custody, you're going to be wounding them on, I think it's 2s, I think. Could be 2s or 3s, I think it's 2s. Even if it's a 3, doesn't matter, it's still -3. They have a 2-up armor save, so it still puts them on a 5+ armor save. And each shot will kill 1. That's quite tasty. Now, it's melee weapons. When you swap, it comes with the Titanic Ghostglaive as standard and the Scatter Shield. But you can swap them for, Sun Cannon or 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. Sorry, you can swap them for a Sun Cannon and a heavy Wraith Cannon, or just 2 heavy Wraith Cannons. So I just swapped mine for heavy Wraith Cannons. But anyway, Titanic Feet is his basic attack. It's 5 attacks, freeze to hit, strength 8, AP -1. It's still 2 damage apiece. So even against a normal Space Marine, you're wounding him on a 2. He has a 4+ armor save, and each one that fails is 1 dead Marine. So it's still nice. But the Ghostglaive, strike and sweep. So the strike you get 5 attacks, sweep you get 15. They're both freeze to hit. The strike is strength 16. So again, you're wounding most things on 2s. Vehicles you're probably wounding on 3s, but still. The sweep is strength 8. Again, wounding Space Marines on 2s. Most other things you're wounding on 3s. Some vehicles you're pretty wounded on 4s or 5s, but it doesn't matter. It's still 15 attacks, is still tasty. It's AP -3 on the strike and AP -2 on the sweep, which is, again, not to be sniffed at. But the strike is 6 damage each, and the sweep is 2 damage each, which is quite tasty. Now, his keywords: he's a monster, so he can shoot when he's in combat. He can be shot at when he's in combat. He's at -1 to for him to hit when he's shooting into combat, but he can't shoot his blast weapons in combat. He's Titanic. He's a Towering, and he's Walker. He's a Wraith Construct, and he's a Wraith Knight. Okay, now these keywords all have different things. Titanic means he follows the rules for Titanic models, which means he can see. It's very hard to hide from him. We looked at the rules when we played. He can, if he's on the terrain, he can see them. It's a little bit confusing for me to explain without the picture to show you, but it's hard for models to hide from him, basically. He has the demise D6. When he's destroyed, you roll a dice and roll a 6. Everything within 6 inches takes D6 mortal wounds. He has the Strands of Fate, which allows him to use fate dice. He is agile. Each time this model makes a normal move, advance, or fallback move, it can move over other models, excluding Titanic models, and terrain features that are 4 inches or less in height as if they were not there. So basically what that means is he can go over through models, friendly or enemy, not Titanic models, and he can go over terrain if it's 4 inches or less in height, which is absolutely fantastic. He has a Wraithbone form. Each time an attack is allocated to this model, subtract 1 from the attack's damage characteristic. Again, Scat Shield gives him a 4+ invulnerable save. He comes with that as standard. When he has 1 to 6 wounds remaining, you subtract 5. Subtract 5 from this model's objective control characteristics, which is fine. And each time this model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. Now these are pen to paper. They're meant to be fantastic on the table. The last time I played with them, I had 2 on the table. They're 510 points each. They didn't fare too well because they got swamped very quickly. Hopefully next time I put 1 on the table, maybe, you know, they'll do a lot better. Now there is meant to be a data slate coming soon. Hopefully they drop down in points. As Mark said to me, for what they can do, looking at Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights, these guys are way too overpriced. Anyway, I'm going to bring you on to the vote now and show you the vote. Right, so the way the vote works is I show you guys a host of models, and you guys vote on what you want to paint for next month's painting video. You can vote for as many things as you like, but don't say I vote for everything, so it won't count. But you can say I vote for any of the Necrons or any of the Tyranids or any of this or any of that. There is no Death Guard in this week because Death Guard won last week. If it's a draw, it would dice roll, as what happened last Monday just gone. And you chuck your votes down below in the comments below. Now, there are 2 other votes you can do. You can do a wildcard vote. The wildcard is, you'll find out if it wins. And you can do Creator's Choice. Now, Creator's Choice means if that wins, I pick which model I'm painting. Which is, you know, difficult because I want to paint everything. If nobody votes, which never happens, then Creator's Choice wins and I'll pick something to paint. So, I'll bring you down to show the models. Right, so we have Eldari Guardians. I actually have 20 of those. We have the Khorne Berserkers for the World Eaters. We have Blade Guard, veterans for the Space Marine Army. We have this Orc character, I can't remember what his name is now, but from old Warhammer. We have a Space Marine Jump Pack Captain. We have Captain America from Marvel Crisis Protocol. We have Neophyte Hybrids for Genestealer Cults. I think that's the only unit I have left for Genestealer Cults to paint, barring Genestealers, but they're universal for both Nids and Cults. We have the Wind Riders for the Eldari. We have the Immobulator tank, which keeps getting votes as well. We have the Venom for the Drukhari. We have the Scourges for the Drukhari. We have Wraith Blades. Now, I painted Wraith Guards not so long ago. Well, so not so long ago, a little while ago. They'll be probably the same sort of paint job. Just a few different things because they have blades and not guns. We have Deathwing Knights. These are the old ones, not the newer ones. We have the Nero Gaunts. We have Genestealers. We have the Sisters of Silence. I can't remember what these ones are called now with the swords. But they're for the Custodes. We have the Inner Circle Companions for the Dark Angels. We have Val, who keeps getting voted on. We have Lictor, 10th edition Lictor. We have a print of a Demoness of the Nesh, which is a lovely alternative sculpt. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We have 8-bound, and we have Leech Guard. So, if you were taking out, if you added in, if you guys have any questions for me, chuck them below as always, guys. Or you can go onto Unique Wargaming Terrain Facebook page and message me directly from there, because there's a messenger button there. If you're new to the channel and seeing this for the first time, welcome. Hit the subscribe button because it costs you nothing. Turn your notifications on so you don't miss anything. Everyone smash the thumbs up button so it triggers YouTube, share this video to more and more people, which makes this amazing community of you guys grow even more. And the more people that come in, the more close it pushes me to doing this full time. And if I'm doing this full time, things like what's gone on for the last like 5 days, that won't matter, because I won't have to spend my time doing that, then go off to work, because this will be the priority, and I'll be doing that on the side projects. Yeah, don't forget to vote, guys. Hit the buttons for me. Comments below as always. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy.